Hi, it's Bella Flavor and Co from AriusFireAstrology.com. I wanted to make a video, kind of like a Pluto video, but I'm gonna talk a little bit about Jupiter also. I made one Pluto video, but I was just thinking, and I wanted to get another point across about it. Kind of about like Pluto in the 8th house and some Jupiter, and also about like just in general how you relate to each other and like your energy level, and kind of, I mean, people that specialize in like energy kind of, subjects or careers might notice I'm talking about some things like that and law of attraction stuff. So anyway, what I want to talk about first of all, Pluto is transformation and growth and like psychological things going on in your life, and the 8th house is that also. I'm not going to go into much detail of a bunch of things of those two, Pluto and the 8th house, but that's basically what I want to talk about. And Jupiter, for one thing, Jupiter is your belief system. So Jupiter just entered Scorpio recently, so I got to thinking about, I think now, I don't know why I'm having trouble remembering which house Jupiter is in for me, which my ascendant, sun, and moon, my ascendant, sun, and moon, but I'm sure it's in one where like it's really about your belief system, even though that is what Jupiter is about in the first place, which can be the 9th house. But I don't know if it is or not, whatever it is, but anyway. So this new Jupiter thing that's going on now, I'm noticing it, in my life, how it's, in my life. So about my belief system, it's like, when you're around, people throughout life, when Jupiter enters a certain sign and then it's in your ascendant, sun, and moon, certain house, you can have a little bit of a different belief system or whatever, and about a certain thing in life, not necessarily everything or whatever, but anyway, so that's what I kind of want to make the video on, kind of Pluto too. I mean, I can't really just say it's about one thing, so anyway, first of all, I just want to show you this just to make sure you know what I'm talking about. In synastry and 2 astrology birth charts, when you have synastry with someone like Pluto, especially when it's the Pluto situations, like in synastry that we talk about, that astrologers talk about, it's the hard aspects: conjunction, square, opposition. So you kind of need to know a little bit about this if you want to know what I'm talking about. Let me see, let's just say like Gemini and Sag is in opposition, um, you know, like Pisces and Virgo is, Virgo, and Gemini is a square aspect, to Sag is a conjunction, so anyway, and here, I mean, it's the same thing. Like Libra and Aries is an opposition. Cancer and Libra is a square aspect. Whatever, like that. So in Pluto, in synastry aspects with Pluto, if your Pluto is in, like, say it's, in Aquarius or whatever, which mine's not. My generation is Scorpio, but anyway, if your Pluto's in Aquarius and someone else's personal planet is in Taurus, that's a square opposition, or square aspects, excuse me. So that is what I'm talking about with Pluto aspects happening. And then when you have eighth house, like your ascendant, sun, or moon in astrology, triggering the other person's ascendant, sun, or moon, it triggers one of the 12 houses. And then the other, like, if your moon sign triggers my ascendant sign's, 8th house, then my ascendant sign's going to trigger your moon sign's 6th house. Maybe I can just show you that quick if I could find it. I need to get a better notebook for my astrology stuff. Well, it's on my website anyway. I made a there it is. I put this properly on my website, so about all the combinations of ascendant, sun, and moon house triggers, every single one, so you can see for like Sag there, 8th and 6th house, or whatever. I'm just showing this just because it gives you a little bit of an idea of what I'm talking about. So check out my website if you want to know more about that, or ask me questions, on AriesFireAstrology.com. So anyway, I'll just leave the little explanation of what the planets are in the house of what I just said at that, and then we'll just talk about what I'm thinking. So for Pluto, whenever you or the 8th house, whenever you have like inner demons and stuff, what I was thinking is people have, everyone has inner demons and fears and stuff, and to get that, dealt with, or whatever, it needs to be brought to the surface. So and then whenever you are doing that, and like people, so many people on this planet I've come across, an energy level for one thing. Everyone has an energy level each day, every second of their life. It's high and low, or in the middle, depending on what's going on. And especially if you can control it, if you know enough about all that stuff, you can kind of keep it in the middle, or whatever, like not so crazy up and down all the time that it's like you having anxiety attacks and stuff, which I've had plenty of them throughout my whole life. But anyway, not so much now because I'm learning about all this stuff and how to control my own self. But for Pluto, like the inner demons thing and synastry and relating to each other, I've really like figured out or learned, and with the help of law of attraction things and astrology, how to control my own energy, my own space, my own everything. So I'm not blaming someone else for what I'm doing, which is something so many people don't really even get. So I'm not saying it's some fault that anyone has, because a lot of times people don't even like understand the subject thoroughly, you know. So whenever people are relating to each other about these inner demon things, and they don't know what all to do with all the things they're feeling and thinking, or or on like how to properly relate to someone. So many things can be happening all at once, and it's hard to like figure out all of it. If you aren't trying to figure it out, or if you don't know how to, or if you're like in the middle of feeling really, low or something, or confused about something, or if it's not just, like necessarily depression, or just having, a bad day and having a, you know, low energy moment, or a, kind of lower whatever, which we all have. Like I said, it's not, no one doesn't have, not has whatever. Everyone, every single person on the planet has energy levels, and it's different, sometimes for everyone. It's not something that, one person has and then the next person doesn't have, because we're all the same about these things. I mean, obviously. Why I want to go on a tangent about, like walls that people build up around them themselves, to protect their, you know, emotions. Like, they don't want to have emotions because they've been hurt in life and they don't want to be disappointed again or whatever. So, um, whenever people are relating to each other and they're, doing certain things, like, so many people have, I've noticed throughout life, not throughout my whole life, but as an adult more, I've noticed so many people wanna, like, avoid saying things a certain way and then want someone else to avoid it. And then other times they wanna say those kind of words, like, like, if you're, like, in my life or out of my life, or if you're, like, go away, or not go away, but like go somewhere, or say, or, like, don't leave me, or, or, I mean, tons and tons and tons of things in the English language that we speak. I mean, by the time this subject is all talked about and everybody has said and done all the things they want to say about or do about, what words to say and when, like, this time, like, half of the language we speak is like you can't do it, and then the other time, it's like you can, like, to say, like, play a game with someone, like, especially all 12 zodiac signs do this, or can do this, or be like the recipient of people doing this. So I'm not talking about some one specific one or several specific ones, because it can be everyone. Um, but if anyone thinks, especially, I mean, depends on astrology, synastry too, like how you're going to relate to someone about, like, the actual aspects in synastry, which is another thing I can talk about, because you can have high or low energy level throughout the day, high and low energy level, and your astrology birth chart has the planets and the zodiac signs and the houses and the zodiac signs and the asteroids and, all that stuff. That's going to stay the same no matter what your energy level is like. So, you're still you. Your energy level in itself is not who you are, because we all have that. Your astrology birth chart is who you are, your personality. That doesn't change no matter what your energy level is from one moment to the next. So, with Jupiter, especially my, whichever one it is, I'm learning to, like, not be like a codependent empath and want to, like, always, be helping people. when they're doing certain things with the language we speak. Like, I'm learning to just let them be themselves at the moment, or whenever they're saying something, and just like, you know, do what I'm doing. Like, don't acknowledge it necessarily, because like it it's not gonna help anything to always shove your empathic thoughts down someone's throat. What helps sometimes is to let it be the way it is, whatever they're doing, and you do what you're doing without, adding to it. And sometimes I've noticed some people, especially when I was younger in my family, sometimes they stop it then, you know, and then everything kind of gets back to, an even kind of a thing, and, we're not doing that anymore. So, anyway, um, I'm gonna kind of pause a little bit sometimes, and so I can think for a minute and get all my thoughts across to you, because I wanted to talk about several things. So anyway, if I do that, excuse me, but I'm just trying to remember some things that I want to talk about, because some things are really important to say that I haven't said yet. So anyway, um, yeah. So that's Jupiter for one thing. And Jupiter's your belief system. That's my belief system, now. It's like, because, you know, going through life, like, relating to people, it's like, you kind of figure out what you want to do, like how how you want to relate to people. And it's actually, it's kind of like makes your energy level kind of even, like the middle, or whatever. Like, not whenever you're always trying to be especially codependent empath. Like, when I was growing up, I was more codependent. Tons and tons and tons of people on this planet are, and I don't know if anyone's not, unless they learn the lesson of not being, because we're all humans. And I don't know. I honestly, so many, tons of people have things that we all need to straighten out with our, energy level and astrology, natal charts, and our law of attraction things. And so many people are like, it's like, you're not born knowing everything. You have to go through life and learn it. So I've learned how to, not be codependent, and I've learned how to not always feel like I need to be Moon in Pisces. That's the empath. Like, towards everyone, I need to, like, be my sun sign or my Mercury, or whatever it is, and just let the person, whoever it is, do their own thing, and I'm gonna do mine, and we can still be around each other. That's the thing about laws and stuff. You don't need to cut off people from your life. And I mean, there are times when we all do that, and it's the best thing sometimes for even some people. But just in general, like, you don't need to put up a wall around you and protect yourself, because that's going to attract what you don't want. And you're going to have that law of attraction, lesson to learn. It's Everything is like law of attraction and energy and whatever, and you need to learn what, you know, how to relate to people with, and like learn these things, so you don't keep repeating them. But the thing is, like, you can learn a lesson and still be around people, because what else are we supposed to do? We're supposed to be around each other, so putting up walls doesn't help it. What helps is learning how to control yourself, not someone else, and not put your 2 cents worth in someone else's stuff. You can still be friends with them, or date them, or be married to them, or work with them, or whatever it is. You need to learn to control yourself, not other people. So about Pluto and the 8th house, I'm almost sure I didn't put anything else I'm trying to say in this video in the other Pluto video I made. So what I wanted to say is that let me see here. I'm trying to think of. I didn't write any of my thoughts down because I thought I could remember it all, and I'm pretty sure I can remember this one thing I wanted to say, but I'm trying to just give me a minute here. So about Pluto, maybe I did already. I don't know. Yeah, I might have, but I don't know. Whenever, yeah, you're relating to someone and Pluto. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, thankfully I remembered. So I kind of, sort of, a little bit mentioned this before, but not in any detail. I really want to get across to you that whenever you go through life and you've had some kind of hurt, feelings about something, or psychological thing going on with you, and all those kind of things, that can be hard on you and screw up your head, or whatever. Which we all have moments where life can do that to us. In case anyone didn't know, but anyway, like whenever I'm not saying this. What I want to say, I'm not saying about every single subject on this planet that you can ever bring up in a conversation. I'm not saying you should do or say or be around everything, but in general, like, if you do or say something or believe a certain way and it makes your energy low, or people hurt you throughout life, and your energy level or your emotional state is low or whatever, or hurt, the way to deal with that is not to avoid such things that have hurt you. Maybe you might need to avoid a certain person or something, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, subjects that have hurt you, like, not actual, like, being in situations that can hurt you, but just this subject in itself. The way to deal with that is just not to avoid it. And what you need to do, like I said in my other Pluto video, I did say this, you need to love yourself and your faults and everything. You can't push it away and, like, expect it to get better. Because how the 8th house works is that brings the stuff to the surface so you can deal with it. And then you can, get this, Pluto, the 8th house is your inner demons and its transformation and growth, like Pluto is, like. So when you wanna deal with things, you have to get it brought to the surface to deal with it, like, not avoid it, and then it won't get helped. So whenever you're dealing with this stuff, like, and a lot of people want to avoid it, then it never gets better. So what I want to say is like I watch TV and into cop kind of TV shows or Law and Order. There's different ones of Law and Order, and especially the SVU. I think it is. It's the one where like a lot of sexual uh you know subjects come up, like cases like where someone was abused or whatever. So my South Node is Scorpio, which means there's a chance that, well, for one thing, all Scorpio South Node people are going to have some psychological stuff to work through. But it also is not just in your head, it's because of like things happening in life, which can be sexual abuse. So whenever that has happened to you and then you want to avoid it and not think about it, it's not going to get better. And the thing I was thinking is you can, with some amount of moderation of, things like not being an addict of, watching TV too much and not ever doing anything else or whatever it is about, like you need to be able to hear such things without flipping out about it and going crazy about it and not being able to hear about it. So, for instance, I can watch Law and Order now and not have an anxiety attack. So this Pluto 8th house stuff, I wanted to say, in this video, make sure I say that, that's how you deal with the house, like the transformation and growth. That's when things get brought up and you need to deal with it. That's how it can be. Like you don't avoid it and then it get better. You have to do something about it or be around it to TV at least, or something, or in conversations with people, or if the heavy metal music makes you feel low, or I mean whatever. I can't think of tons of examples, but like porn, which I've watched plenty of, but I don't at the moment, because I mean, not at the moment. I mean, now I don't. I did when I was like 19 and 20, like was really into it then, but no, I'm not into watching it. But like if I see it on TV, I'm not gonna like have a low energy, like like get back drawn back into it, like it's not controlling me. Those kind of things, whenever you want to have Pluto or the 8th house have some kind of a transformation or growth kind of thing happening in your life, you can't put up a wall around the subject and say that's the transformation and growth. That's the Pluto 8th house thing happen. That doesn't make it happen. What makes it happen is you inside your head. That's what helps it. So, and then, like I was saying, you don't need that wall. You don't need to watch it necessarily, especially, or listen to heavy metal if that's what makes you feel bad, or, I mean, whatever can make you have low energy, too much of energy, too much of anything can. I mean, absolutely everything, too much of anything could. So it's not that you need to do something that much to, not be, afraid of it or something, because obviously that's not gonna help. But like, especially some things, like in a conversation about like sexual abuse or just sex in general, or watching Law and Order or something, you need to be able to do things like that that are normal, that aren't like, being an addict about something like, porn or something. You need to be able to be, around such things like in a conversation or whatever, or, TV, like in a good way, like, some show that's not bad to watch, but has such subjects in it, so you can, make your energy level, you kind of, even or whatever, like not like, um, you know, depend on, not just being around it to make you be, the way you're supposed to be, your energy level, or, whatever, how you relate to someone. And whenever you're relating to people, you need to be able to, do things in life or talk about things in a way that makes you be able to be around people, like not, put up a wall so you don't have to deal with, something that someone else is doing or saying. Like if someone else is watching porn or doing something that you feel is not right for you, or that makes your energy level low, and whatever, I mean, anything, you need to be able to relate to people so you don't have to put up walls around you. So yeah, no, I forget what I was just gonna say, but anyway, that's what I wanted to make the video about Pluto, like transformation and growth in the 8th house, and like energy level walls and stuff, and Jupiter, which is, like I said, your, belief system. Growing up when I was a kid, didn't know about all this stuff, any kid's gonna think, you just need to, not be around someone and whatever, or try to, just always tell them what your belief is or whatever. That's not the way I think. No, it's what I think is, you have to control yourself, not someone else. You need to make it so you can be around everyone and not like, put up these walls and stuff that protect you, because that doesn't protect you. Whenever you try to put up a wall around you and anything, or you and everyone, or you and someone, anything or anyone, it's going to attract that law of attraction lesson to you, so you can deal with it and learn, how to relate to people properly, or relate to yourself properly, so that's what I wanted to make this video about, basically. So I think I'll stop there because this video is getting kind of long now. So anyway, I hope this video is helpful if anyone watches it and, thinking about such things. So anyway, if you have comments, feel free and leave them on the YouTube, the comments section, or, whatever. Or if you want to contact me about my astrology services on my website, AriesFireAstrology.com, feel free. So stay tuned for more videos from me.